A first down throw coming for Dalton. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And some play callers, when they go into games, they don't mind calling a lot of screens, and they don't care what down. They were maybe 1 block away from really having something there to start this drive. Good job defensively to cut through the blockers and make the tackle on the screen, and that could have gone for maybe 15 or 20 yards.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Trubisky's throw complete there to Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Play action. It's Trubisky. Steps away. Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. That's a great example right there to remind everyone of what a weapon he can be as a mobile quarterback, Charles. Nice play to escape the pocket and get his offense into the red zone with a first down.
And defensive coaches losing their mind on that play because they knew about his mobility coming in, and they preached all week long. If he gets outside the pocket, find receivers in your area and cover them. Otherwise, plays like that will continue to result.
Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson from 19 yards away. And the Steelers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Oh, such great concentration there, going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There are so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
Well, Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Now Trubisky, they're going to throw for it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he goes out right around the 39. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Kamara off the draw. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. And they put it on the ground here on the 2nd drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team, because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves. but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it is the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, trying to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
So Dalton now. And the catch made by Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Play action now, Dalton. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
To throw on second and 10. Dalton. Downfield, and he's got Olave. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
6-0 our score after one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Dalton. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juwan Johnson, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Saints are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Will Lutz on for the point after. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On first down, Trubisky. Johnson's got it complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
2-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Here's Trubisky. Bind, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing here, Trubisky. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 14. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Trubisky to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws.
And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Deontay Johnson on the pass from Mitchell Trubisky. And the Steelers are able to move back in front. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game. And I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
That's caught, and he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot. People were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts in the double-digit snap.
This is intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 15.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
On second down and 4, Trubisky. That is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Now it's Trubisky. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. David Onyemata drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up fourth down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Trubisky to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Trubisky will throw. Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Passing, it's Dalton. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Touchdown, Saints!
Alvin Kamara
as the first half is winding down.
And the Saints have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the 29, Trubisky. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. They've got his man complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Takes it at the 7. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Trubisky. And that's caught inside the 35. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour.
Saints 14.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. To throw here, Dalton.
Alvin Kamara wheeling it in on back-to-back plays.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Another chance for Dalton.
Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Steelers' 27.
To throw again on second down. Dalton. Here's Johnson with a reception. Touchdown.
Juwan Johnson.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the third quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Now it's Trubisky. He gets it left side to Johnson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Eluding the pressure right. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action. Trubisky complete. It's Johnson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 31-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Steven Sims, 31 yards.
And the Steelers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Extra point now by Boswell. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Makes the score Steelers 28, Saints 21.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing, Dalton.
Locates Kamara on the out route.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
2nd and 14.
Here's Dalton. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
That's good for us.
And it'll be Dalton again.
That's caught by Marquez Callaway. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Steelers' 43-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
1st and 10 for Dalton. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Dalton. He's got Smith here. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here's Dalton.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
Juwan Johnson,
A 20-yard touchdown.
and the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive if they watch the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Forced out to his left. He's got a man complete. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 40 yards. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on that sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Saints 28.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Steelers have just about sewn up this football game. Well, baseball folks, Charles, they like to talk about the three true outcomes, a strikeout, a walk, or a home run. But for this quarterback, it's been the two true outcomes here. He's got 4 touchdown passes, but now a third interception.
And it pains you to think that you have to try and tell him to rein it in. But at the same time, you can't just chuck it up there and hope for the best. And old school football coaches will tell you there's 3 true outcomes throwing the ball, and 2 of them are bad.
On the give, this is Harris. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence and made it happen for a victory.